We more lit on the other side. Alright, we back out here on the sacred porch. It's raining. So, we got another video coming for y'all, and this is about giving back to Earth. Giving back to yourself, essentially. You know, the somewhat polarity of the oneness, you know? It's honoring that. It's appreciating that. It's honoring that. It's being that. It's being conscious of that and aware of that and appreciating it and honoring it and knowing it and feeling it and being it and experiencing the polarity, this oneness of everything and this. You know what I'm saying? So this is about giving back to Mother Earth, yourself. What do we have here? A banana peel. Now that we got that established, what do a lot of motherfuckers do when they get done eating a banana? They throw it in the garbage. Oh my god, that shit is so fucking funny. Because I used to really work, like I worked a garbage man job. So I know some behind the scenes shit, and I worked at a landfill. Shit's crazy. So motherfuckers eat bananas and eat apples and eat the watermelon and eat everything and just throw the seeds and the banana peel and anything else straight in the garbage. Where's that going? Like, giving back to the earth. This is all off the top right now. Listen, man, you gotta understand, I say we, even if you not the one cutting these trees down, a lot of us is not using no platform, no YouTube, and ain't nobody, a lot of people green friendly, but ain't nobody going downtown and trying to fight for no green or animal rights. So yes, we play a part in trees getting cut down and all this other bullshit, because a lot of y'all so-called spiritual people so nature friendly and stuff. Sure, y'all so nature friendly and stuff. But you still will want to get that dream house. And who knows what you're gonna cut down? Who knows what you're gonna cut down? Furniture, Chippendale. We in the room right now, looking for the umbrella. Hold on, bear with me, y'all, because we just going with the flow.
No, you do something. Your mother just told me. It's you. It's not me. I told me that.
Hold on, y'all. Oh yeah, we got it.
Okay.
Hold up. Alright. So right where we left off at. Now we about to get back into it. You know, bear with me, people. We are just live and we just going off, you know, pure love and pure peace and harmony. So a lot of y'all motherfuckers claim to be spiritual and shit and nature friendly, but y'all motherfuckers will want these big ass houses, these dream houses. Mind you, I'm not knocking it, but yeah, y'all gonna want these big ass dream houses, Chippendale furniture, shit getting cut from wood. Y'all gonna be still buying these plants that's getting chopped down. And turn the light off. Not caring nothing about that. Yeah, y'all can't see me, it's real. And not caring no shit about none of that, you know. That dream house overpower any of that shit. But this video today is about giving back to the earth. So how we do that? Now, we just got to think about the mentality of what we always taking. Like weed, where'd that come from? It come from the earth. All motherfuckers do is just smoke, 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 smoke. Get the rat, where the tobacco come from? It come from the earth. Smoke, 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 smoke. I'm pretty sure 365 days, I'm pretty sure it wasn't 365 thoughts about the earth or the source, where any of that come from. No appreciation for the seed. So a lot of that stuff take place. And how do you give back? Another thing, like a lot of people claim to be smokers, but what we really are, or what you really are, is consumers. Consumers. Who is really into farming and planting and growing their own stuff. So that's another thing you got to consider. So how do you give back to the earth? How do you give back to the earth? What do you do? Now when y'all eat fruit, it's really a little sad that you so into the mentality of garbage and waste. Just everything go in the garbage. You don't know nothing about what's going on behind the scenes. You don't know what they doing with the garbage. You don't know how much of that garbage get recycled and repopulated into your life in some form or fashion. Like the Hot Pockets you may eat. It might not be the garbage in your city and state, but that shit is definitely somehow, some way, it's circulating everywhere because it's getting reused. But how do you give back to the earth? Now, I do this deliberately. Anytime I eat a banana, I always take that outside for the most part, and I throw it in the grass. I give it back to the earth. Any apples I eat, whenever I don't finish it, if I ever eat fruit and I don't finish it, I always put it back in nature. And that's something you really got to consider, because a lot of us are just consumers. We just consume, and we don't give anything back, but we expect so much. And what is the source of everything? Everything comes from the earth. How do you give back to the earth? You are the earth, so how do you give back? Do you ever put your feet in the planet? Do you ever really put your feet in the planet intentionally to connect with Mother Earth? To have the center of your heart connect with the center of the core, her heart, with the thought of the inner sun in the earth and the sun outside the earth, which is all inside the universe, the I-niverse. Are you having these things intentional in your mind? How do you give back to the earth? Do you give back to the earth? Life is about intent. What are you doing intentionally? So, you know, and this is just me on my journey, y'all. You know, y'all could clearly see I'm making a choice to do this video right now. I could do this video under any other circumstance, but when will y'all, you know, this might be the only time ever in this YouTube channel y'all may catch me in the rain doing the video, so why not do it now? I might be in better circumstances to give y'all this raw and this real and this natural. But that's just what I want y'all to think about. How do you give back to the planet? In so many ways, you are the planet. Like, I don't even want y'all to just think about just receiving and giving. It's really oneness. You should really stop having that almost the magnets almost clicking. Like, connect that shit. No matter what the temperature is, no matter what the season is. It's multiple times I went outside in the snow. It's multiple, freezing cold. Today is another day. Like, it's been a minute since it was a rainy day and I just go outside and just, you know, sit under a tree and just be one with everything. But you got to really put your feet, your hands in the grass under all seasons. Not choosy. Because your body is symbolic with the seasons as well. Like, you undergo things just like the earth do. Everything is symbolic. It's just, are you sensitive to it? But how do you give back to the earth? Like, are you always taking? Like, are you the type of person where, like, if you had a house and it's like a fucking tree on your front lawn, you about to just cut that shit down, right? You good. You about to just cut that shit down, right? No concern about what the planet was before motherfuckers just started coming and building houses and shit in America. And then what's the story behind that? How did that happen? Slavery. Motherfuckers coming places and taking motherfuckers other places, and motherfuckers getting brainwashed and a whole bunch of other shit. But yet, you want this house that's old as hell, that you ain't sage at all or cleanse at all, but play all the most hoodest music in. You wanna knock the tree down that's probably balancing out that energy, so you can have a better view. And you ain't even gonna live there forever. So now the next motherfucker that live there is affected by your choices. And then it's just like this ever going effect. Like, do anybody's choices matter? And I clearly don't even know that the choice this person made. I would have wanted this tree here. I would have thought that was beautiful. This motherfucker wanted to cut this tree. That's me he just cut down. That's me she just cut down. Like, what the fuck? So how do you give back to the universe or the planet, Gaia? Or are you just always taking? You ain't got to do it physically. A lot of you give your energy, you give your belief, and you give your acceptance and your allowance to this bullshit that go on, man. Me personally, in my journey, I piss outside. If I got toilet paper, I shit outside. You supposed to do that shit. Dig you a hole if you want. Shit outside. You are the earth. You are the planet. You give me like 2 Kit Kat bars if you got it. Or 1. Like, how do you give back to the planet, people? Like, you gotta look at it like this. Hair.
You need me dollars or anything?
Not right now. Hair. Hair grow just like grass. What do you gotta do to make that shit grow? Unless you in some type of condition, genetically, physically, or mentally, your hair is just gonna fucking grow naturally. Just like grass do. So your scalp is the soil. I can keep making connections with how your hair and your body is connected with nature, but how do you give back to the world? You know, everything is consciousness, so essentially everything is mental. Everything is mental. So it's all just mind anyway. It's all just a big ass mind. So how you feeding your scalp is also how you give back to the world. Because if you got trashy thoughts, then you always gonna be fucking littering all the time. And it's like, I'm in what they call the hood on Ferry and Rollers right now. I'm in what they call the hood. And there's litter all around this motherfucker. I ain't saying it's bad. I mean, I find beauty in it. I find absolute beauty in it. I'm cool with it. But you gotta look at it, man. What you feed your mind is the same. How you treat yourself, how you treat your mind, it's the same way you treat the planet, whether it's consciously or unconsciously. Because you gotta look at it like this. A lot of us do bullshit to ourselves unconsciously. When, you know, you don't do it on purpose, so to say. Although you did it on purpose. But you do shit to yourself, but you don't do it on purpose, so to say. It's unintentional. It's unconscious. You didn't notice it. But you fucking yourself up. Weave, or just habits or thought patterns, thought ways, thought forms, with anything that you're creating in your life that's just not bringing you justice. You doing this shit and you ain't doing it on purpose. That's the same thing with people when they litter. When people litter, do you think they thinking about the earth or give any fucks about that shit? I don't think so. At all. So how do you give back to the planet? Do you give back to the planet? And this brings us to another little platform in this conversation. What do you give to the planet? Is it litter? You know, no matter how many buildings up, as long as you got one tree, nature is there. So I don't care what hood or what crazy area you could potentially live in. I don't care if you live in a oasis. I don't care if you live in an oasis in the desert. Anywhere that is a tree or anything like that, some grass or anything like that, then you got nature.
Bro, what? Bro, why you like fronting? What the fuck do I?
Definitely. So, staying focused because we at the corner store and there's a lot of activity going on. Enough activity. And, how do you give back to the planet, man? Is it litter? You know, just being crazy and fucking up shit. But we definitely gonna have a part 2 to this video because we definitely about to cut this rain off for a second. But just like I said in my previous video, man, we be so ready to just get away from like water and nature and stuff like that, man. And tonight I'm definitely about to come out here and I'm definitely about to walk around and put some clothes on that I don't care about getting wet, because we in a mentality where style is just so important. Like, I can't get these shoes messed up because I value them so much, but this is just rain and I don't think about rain until it rain. It's just rain, and you know, whatever. This ain't nothing I really give thanks to. But
Sure. Just watering the things you need to grow.
so it's the water and things you need to grow. It's essential.
You should be everything.
But we have to do a part 2 to this video later. So I just motivate y'all to live from the heart, because I used to litter. And this is one thing I want to say too. Manifestation. Like, this is how thoughts is. Like, you ever threw something on the ground and you wanted to go back and pick it up, but you just don't? That's how a lot of thoughts is. That's how a lot of things manifest in our life. It's like, it's the same way. We just throw the thought right there. We just throw it out there. And we don't ever do anything with it. We just let it run wild.
Real quick.
Huh?
Hold this real quick.
But
Something like that.
we're gonna do the part 2. Peace.
Why? It's just like, yo,